We'll have some guest introduction. Would you want to share some few words? You can sit and just talk about. Very interested in Toastmasters, why you are here, what do you expect?
I have been interested. I missed the last 2 meetings, so I thought I really missed something, so I thought.
Okay. Would you like to come here? Yeah, both of you, one by one. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, Toastmasters. I'm extremely sorry for not wearing this traditional costume. I'm happy to be here, and this is my second consecutive meeting, so I'll be joining this soon. Thank you. This is a nice place. I know I've been here, and so I look forward to develop my, all skills, spoken skills, everything. See, I was born and brought up in a police family. All my relatives are in police, so they don't move their hands when they speak. You would have known. So they keep this strictly. They think it is not good to do that. They think it's not correct. But now here I have to unlearn so many things. And thank you. I'll be doing it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Like you have been bringing a lot of smiles for this Medley Toastmasters. Nice for having you here. Would you like to come and introduce?
Hi friends, my name is Veera. So I don't know, this meeting introduced me Murli sir. So I want to learn many things like communication, speaking, like my attitude, everything. So this future about for me. So thanks to my Murli sir.
Thank you, Sriram, for being here. Like, you will have a lot of lessons here. More than anything, like you will have a lot of friendship and then also some good snacks by the end of the meeting. Please come regularly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I just want to start with some message. Not really a message. I would like to have a conversation to start with. The last week, right, I have given my car for service. So it took few days. So I had to go to office through like auto or in any other means. So I have some good relationship with the auto stand nearby my house. So I don't ask for how much you charge and everything. I just go and then they will drop me, and then they also say that you give whatever you want. So from my house to I stay in MRC Nagar. So I go to Trill office. So I thought like maybe 200 would be the right amount. So I just gave them the 200. And I was returning back in the late night around 11:30. I took an auto, and again. That guy was nice enough. He has charged me like 170, and then I gave some tips for 10 rupees because he was waiting for me in the night. I wanted to have some food, so I just tried to give some tips, and then I closed with 180. But again, the next day, when I was trying to catch another auto for returning from office, the guy was like asking me for 250 rupees. I remember that I just only paid 170. And I said that like I just paid yesterday night 270. He didn't even respond to me. He just left, saying that he didn't even have a conversation with me. I was just thinking, how is it possible? He is actually looking for some business with a customer. He has this guts and then the idea that he doesn't even want to have some conversation or negotiation. He just leave. What, like, any of you think about this? Like, what do you guys like? What do you think of? What is that comes to your mind? How is it possible? Because if I am a person where I'm looking for some business or I'm trying to make some money here, would I do it? I was thinking like for some time, would I do it? How is that?
It's
the person like who is like
it's a pricing policy you should do.
Yeah.
Like companies. Old auto rickshaw fellows told me that the youngsters want lunch. They charge more, but they take fewer runs.
Okay. Anybody else?
It's a trade-off. For
Okay.
the same guy, if it is 180 rupees, if he is having some another work which may be paying him off lesser than 180, he could have come for 180 rupees. That's in the next day.
Okay.
Maybe he valued, let's say he is going for a dinner or to sleep early, he might have valued that more than 180 rupees. If you have said 280 rupees, 280 is more valuable than his sleep at 10:50.
Okay.
That's how
Okay.
I see.
Okay.
They also look at where they are closer to home, especially in the night.
Yeah.
If it is going to be closer to their home, they have no issues in taking it. If they are going to go further away and then come, then they have lots of issues.
Okay.
You have to go in their direction, not the other way.
Okay. Okay. So my view is that irrespective of whatever the value you think of, whether you lose or you gain, end of the day, you are serving for somebody. It is your responsibility to consider them in the right way and then treat them the right way. Even like you think that 170 or 250 doesn't match with your expectation or what is actually cost, you have to educate or tell them that this is the reason, this is what you have to do. So it is not just when you do your business, any conversation or anything you want to do with other human beings or any other people, it is important that you convey what you think and what is really needed between the two people that have the conversation, finish the conversation. So this is one thing. Next is that this being the Pongal time, I also want to bring you this message. Do you guys think about this consistent and continuous improvement?
Yes.
Let's think about this, right? 0.9 versus 1.01. If you do little extra on a daily basis in whatever you do, you go that little extra mile, it could be like by end of the year, you will be like 35 times or more than that, you will become better. But if you on a daily basis, if you reduce by 0.1, end of the day you will become 0 by the end of the year. So it's time for us to reflect while we start this new year and also start this festival time, how we can go little bit extra in what we do and how we can improve better. With this, we'll start with the regular proceedings. For us, today, the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Anuradha will take the proceeding forward. We all know about Toastmaster Anuradha. To me, when I look at her, when I see her, it is about energy and enthusiasm. While she was giving a speech, she told that when she was born, like there was a scenario where she was born with some issues with the eye, and her relatives and all told that maybe we don't want this child. From there, she was a torch bearer for that family. She has become the first generation doctor, and where she is. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, President, for the nice introduction. It is my pleasure to be the TMOD of today's special occasion, Pongal. While the farmers harvest paddy during Pongal, let us harvest happiness in Medley. For the common people, they will celebrate Pongal only once in a year. But in Medley, we will celebrate every week. Do you know the reason? We will discuss. Good evening and happy Bogi, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Bogi is an important festival celebrated in the southern parts of India on the first day of Tamil month Thai. On this day, people will discard their old belongings, clean their houses, and they will await for the new beginning. What are the concepts behind this Bogi festival?
Get rid of the old and bring in the new.
Yes, sir. This is to remind ourselves, to inquire ourselves, self-enquiry, and analyze ourselves whether we are going in right path, and retain the positive vibrations and to eliminate the negative thoughts. In Medley, all meetings are Bogi. Can you guess the reason?
We burn the fear.
Yes, after every meeting, we are learning new things and discarding the wrong ideas and updating ourselves. So every week is a Bogi Pongal for us. So let us celebrate the Bogi Pongal with a silence. Silence is not the usual silence. It is self-enquiry and enrichment with the life whatever we have, and celebrate the day daily. It's not only Pongal, celebrate all the day with this silence. Okay. Then on the second day of Pongal, rice and milk are boiled together in the earthen pot to offer to sun god. This is called Surya Pongal or Thai Pongal. Like milk boils over the pot, farmer's heart also will overflow with joy and happiness. That's extreme happiness is called as uvagai in Tamil. When can we experience extreme uvagai in Medley? I come to that later after the speech. Let me explain the routine proceedings. Toastmasters meeting is generally divided into 3 sessions. First session is the prepared speech session, where today we have 3 speeches. Second session is table topic session. The final part is evaluation and feedback session. Before the prepared speech session, let me welcome our General Evaluator to explain his role and to introduce his team. And he is the person who is working for TCS for 22 years. He likes to watch movies and like to travel with families and like to taste different types of dishes. And to me, it's okay person. He's okay with everybody and everywhere. He will adjust to all, in all situations and all persons like a water. So after joining Toastmaster, he learned a lot in all aspects. Now I welcome our General Evaluator, Toastmaster Dinakaran.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anuradha. I have a feeling that I have to stand here. Okay. I had an opportunity to introduce Toastmaster Anuradha. She has got an opportunity to introduce me. Okay. So once we come back or once we finish the college days, school days, we miss something critical in life. Any inputs?
Friendship. Fun with friends.
Okay. I'm a general evaluator.
Oh, okay. Then guidance ideas, teachers.
Okay, evaluation. Okay, so once you come out of college, right, we don't have people really like come and tell us that you have to improve on it, you have to do this or do that. So this is how we can become better. Toastmaster gives us a very good platform for this opportunity, like to improve ourselves on a continuous basis, where through the constructive feedback and also in terms of qualitative and quantitative feedback. As a general evaluator, I will be measuring all these aspects and then giving a report at the end of the day while I'm called off. Before that, I will start with the introduction of my qualitative evaluation team, which is the tag team, timer, counter and grammarian. Today's timer role is played by Toastmaster Wilson. Toastmaster Wilson comes from the banking background. He's a manager in a bank. And he has recently joined Medley. He's one of the very good additions in the recent times for the Medley Toastmasters Club. When I asked him about any good remembrance about Pongal, he called out that he enjoys the celebration and also look forward for the positive things when we start with this festival very tight. And being a bank officer, he remembers that on a regular basis. Every year he sees the ethnic wear traditional dresses in the office and people come and celebrate and take off for a week or and go on leaves. And again, it is actually also makes him remember about this financial closure for the year. The time, this time when it starts, right? Or to timer Toastmaster Wilson to read out the roles and responsibilities.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. So, as a timer, my role is to time speeches. The table topic speakers, formal speeches, and the evaluations. So, I will also alert the speakers, to plan your timings accordingly. So by showing these cards, green color, yellow, and red color cards. So and I'll prepare a note of your timings, and then at the end of the sessions I will keep you posted about your how you planned your speeches. Thank you. And coming to the different speakers, for example, table topics speakers will have 1 minute to 2 minutes time allotted. At 1 minute, I'll raise the green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. At 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. Coming to the prepared speeches, it is for 5 to 7 minutes period. 5 minutes, I will raise the green card. 6 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. 7 minutes, I will raise the red card. Individual evaluations, it is for 2 to 3 minutes time. At 2 minutes, I will raise the green card. 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. At 3 minutes, I will raise the red card. And any keynote, I think we have a keynote session today. Keynote speeches will be for 18 to 22 minutes. 18 minutes green card, 20 minutes red card, yellow card, and 22 minutes red card. That is a plan. Thank you. All the best to all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Wilson. Next role play is Counter. It is done by Toastmaster Venkataseshan. He is an IP specialist. For Medley, he is the TT specialist. When I asked him about the Pongal days, he recalls the school days where he goes back to the native and enjoys the time with friends and relatives. Over to Toastmaster Venkataseshan.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Toastmasters and distinguished guests. As an accounter, my role, the purpose of the accounter is to note any overused words or filler sounds used as crutch by anyone who speaks during the meeting. Words may be inappropriate interjunctions such as unbell, but so, you know. Sounds may be or, l. When the GE calls upon, I'll submit my report. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, one second.
Thank you.
Okay. Next role play is Grammarian, Toastmaster Nihana. Yeah, she is actually an entrepreneur, started her journey of work with the entrepreneurship. She is running the HR tech company. When I asked about the Pongal days, she recalled about the power of youth, which helped to revive our Jallikattu, showing the power, and also like the tradition and culture, which is bringing the people as one team and then making the things successful. Over to Toastmaster Nihana to introduce the roles and responsibilities.
Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As a grammarian, it's my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listen carefully on their language usage. Now, I'll also note down the improper usage as well as the outstanding words, quotes, sayings, and thoughts that are introduced in this particular meeting. As a grammarian, it's also my responsibility to introduce the word of the day, and the word of the day is jubilation. It means extreme happiness, feeling of great happiness and joyfulness. It's a noun, and you can use this word in such a way that the team's victory has brought great jubilation to the entire nation. I encourage all the speakers to use the word of the day throughout the meeting. At the end of the meeting, I will submit my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nihana. I'll hand it over to TMOD. Over to you,
Yes.
Toastmaster Anuradha. I can get one more chocolate.
Yes, sir, definitely, sir.
G.
Pass it to all. Thank you, GE. Now we'll move to the interesting and informative part of the meeting, the prepared speech session. Today we have 3 wonderful speeches. The speakers will talk as per their objectives of their project. Please listen to the project objectives by their evaluators so that you will understand these speeches and listen to the speeches to improve your listening skill. The first speaker is Toastmaster Raghunath Nair. He is a person in Toastmaster for more than 22 years. He likes to learn throughout his life. He feels gratitude for having lot of good friends in Toastmaster. After joining Toastmaster, he improved his listening skill, which helps him to take better decisions. To read out his objective, I call his evaluator Toastmaster Prasanna Vani.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Anuradha. Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Toastmaster Raghunath Nair is delivering a speech from the pathway Persuasive Influence, Level 1, Project 3, which is Introduction to Vocal Variety and Body Language. The purpose of the speech is for the member to practice using vocal variety and body language to enhance his speech. Timer, kindly note, the duration of the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best to you, Toastmaster Raghunath Nair. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prasanna Vani. Toastmaster Raghunath Nair. The topic is an alchemist in our life. An alchemist in life, Toastmaster Raghunath Nair.
How many of you have heard this sound? Not this sound. How many of you can recollect what that sound is all about?
When I listened to all the radio during World Cup 1983 between India versus England, there was some disturbance in the telecast on the radio. Through radio only they heard the sound, same sound.
No. That's the sound of the alchemist in my life. You might be recollecting of what? Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests, a very warm good afternoon. That sound is the alchemist in our life. She came to our life almost 5 years back and in Chennai with us for the last 1 year. And she is none other than the canine friend of mine, which is crudely called as Chinnu in our life. And the advantage of having such a canine life, it creates like a profound love and brings in that jubilation in the whole family. It's not something which it gives you a kind of like a fresh thought. Like there are a lot of things that you learn from him. Now it gives you a routine. Holiday or a weekday. At 5:30 in the morning, you will see or hear the same sound. Tick, 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 tick. Boom! It will open our room and there comes. She will be roaming around the bed to check where the person is who takes her for the daily routine in the morning. And that actually is something which has helped me a lot. For definitely it has added at least 4,000 more steps in my daily life. Now that's something which gives you a routine. It not only gives you a routine, you have to have the civic sense, it will bring you a civic sense also. So what is the morning routine? It goes for a walk, does this daily routine, and what is the importance? You have to clean it. And that's something which helps you to be humane. Especially I have noticed in my daughters, they don't mind. Might be the quest to be with the pet, but they go, they take her for a routine, clean it and come back. And that's something which is a lesson that you learn in a daily life. But not just that, it gives you an unconditional love. And that's something which is really, you need to face it and then create it. It's like, it's an act, or it acts as a stress buster. When you're really thorough or down with the office, it gives you that small comes come sit next to you, like keeps the head next to you and then be there. The kind of the love which you get, it's something which is unconditional. And what it teaches you, it teaches you how to laugh. You know, there is nothing else. It doesn't have any past, or something like our Paulo Coelho said, embrace the present. You know, that's something which it actually teaches you. There is nothing what goes by past or what is there for the future. It's enjoying at that moment. 12:30, it helps you and tells you that, oh, okay, and it'll be there next to the kitchen thing, and that's the time for her food. And that's something which you learn a lot from this particular human being. And it's not just for one person, it is like it tells you and be there for everyone. And the kind of things which you helps is really, really great. And it also gives you the message of focusing on the journey that you need to be. It's really important. So it's be the present and helps you with that thing. And not just that, it is there for you, right? You talk to her, and within friends, in the human friends, we always say, it is there for you. And if it is allowed to speak, it'll have a lot of stories to say. But then it is there for you every time and waits for you at the door. And because the world is full of just you. So I request, whoever has not heard that song, make that part of your life. It will change you a lot, teaches a lot, and helps you being a human. But it also comes with a lot of things, like you get those weird way of how to sleep, right? You can never think of how to get that. It'll tell you how to weirdly you can sleep. And of course, it comes with a lot of these, therefore, in almost everywhere. But not just that, if your socks is not missing, it is for sure. It is either in his mouth or near the play area. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you for the nice speech. After hearing your speech, I thought of getting a dog. Next, we move on to the second speaker. He is a passionate and energetic Toastmaster, a Pakka family man, business consultant with long experience in oil and gas industry. He has been Toastmaster for more than 10 years. He has done all the roles in Toastmasters, also chaired District TL1 chair. He was also the winner of humorous speech contest and evaluation contest. He brings difference in whatever he does. He is the inspiration for the new Toastmasters like me. The quality which he imbibed after joining Toastmaster is giving feedback in a motivating way and mentoring people working with him. With this, I welcome Toastmaster DTM Guruprasad. Before that, I would like to call his evaluator, DTM Thomas T Abraham, sir. Welcome.
Thank you, ma'am. Festive greetings, all my dear friends. Today we're going to have Toastmaster DTM Guruprasad delivering from the Dynamic Leadership Path, Level 2, Project 3, Introduction to Toastmaster Mentoring. It's titled Me, My Mentors and Mentees. Time of the time is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best to you.
Thank you, sir.
For the objective. The objective is to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring, and it's also for the member to share some aspects of his previous experience as a prodigy. Over to you.
Yes.
Second chocolate for shaking the second time.
Definitely. Now I welcome DTM Guruprasad sir for his speech. Me, my mentors and mentees. DTM Guruprasad, me, my mentors and mentees.
Dear chocolate master of the day, fellow Toastmasters and friends. It was decades ago when I was working in my refinery. One day my department head came and said, management has decided to create a mentor pool and I'm going to head it. I was in the refinery, so I thought it's going to be another equipment, some pool where chemicals are going to be put in and some mentoring process is going to happen in the petroleum refining. That was my level of understanding about mentoring then. I didn't even ask him. Eventually, I quit the refinery for better, and there was one person who was responsible for kicking me out of the refinery. He was another boss of me, a senior executive, who used to observe me right from the day I joined, watched me. He found out that I have some flair towards computer programming. The word IT had not been invented yet then. So he motivated me. He used to watch my projects, give his comments, encourage me, challenge me, throw me to more opportunities on IT, and made me grow up. One fine day he calls me and said, Guru, enough is enough. It's time you go out and venture into the real IT world. You have nothing to do here. Your interest, involvement, and initiative will take you to places. I quit. I joined IT. Rest is history. Scenario 2. Then again I joined an IT company, a small startup company. I had a lot of people working under me. One among them, a tiny young girl, used to approach me very frequently for her interest in growing a career, her interest in everything. She had no clue as to how to further her career. So I used to guide her based on my experience, how I came up, and gave her tips. And she became good, better. With my advice, even being a boss, she quit the organization. I trained her how to attend the interview in another company, and she's doing very well today. She recalls every time she meets me that because of you, I'm here. Keep these two scenarios in your mind. We'll talk about it later. And one fine day, I was invited to attend a place called Medley Toastmasters Club. My good old friend, DTM Sundararaman, asked me to attend. I came here. I liked it. In a couple of weeks, joined as a member. Then after a week or so, the then Vice President Education, Sandhya Rajaraman, calls me and says, Guru, it's time we allocate a mentor to you. Since Sundararaman is your personal friend and he invited you to Toastmasters, are you okay if I allocate him as your mentor? Mentoring was a refining process, right? And she's talking about in Toastmasters. I had no clue. I simply answered in the typical Indian way of acknowledging this. Then I went to Sundararaman and asked him, Sir, what is this mentoring? You are called as a mentor, what will you do to me? Then he explained to me the concept of mentoring, both in Toastmasters and also in your life. He became a mentor for me, not just in Toastmasters, to every aspect of my career and personal life as well. He guided me, coached me into becoming a better Toastmaster, as you see how I am. I am going to tell you about two people I watched throughout my Toastmasters journey. One was my mentor, another is a mentee, as we call it, though the official correct phrase is protégé, as I understand. In 2012, I finished my division level humorous speech contest. I came up as a winner, and I'm the only one who is allowed to go to the finals. I didn't know the value of it, though I had won a couple of contests. Then this gentleman came to me and looked at me and said, hey, I watched you, your speech was good, but you need some additional support to make it to the district finals. I am ready to offer you my services as a mentor if you are interested. I said, sir, I am blessed to have you as my mentor. Then on, he drilled me, grilled me, made me practice, identified what is my expertise in public speaking, what is my expertise in scripting. He made me build a better delivery out of that humorous speech that I had delivered earlier, and he mentored two such people. Both of us won the finals. One became the first place holder, I became the third place holder. That gentleman is none other than the international comedian Alexander Babu, who is making waves around the globe. And I stand here. he made me do it. And then on, my journey in Toastmasters was unstoppable. There is this little girl called Kritika who joined Medley Toastmasters. She's known to me through family circles. And she became a prodigy to me. And she taught me how a mentor should behave. She would ask me questions that I never thought a prodigy would ask her mentor. I guided her. She made waves across district. She connected with so many people. She made places. She went to US, joined the Toastmasters Club, became an area governor over there as well. After looking at all this, I identified there are three aspects of a mentor. A mentor shall be a manure and not a fertilizer. Fertilizers directly inject the nutrients into the plant. Manure provide an environment for the plant to grow by itself. Second, he should be a cheerleader and not a referee. Don't judge your prodigies. Don't tell them right or wrong. Just cheer them up, motivate them up, let them do better. Just advise them. Don't control them. Third, be a telescope and not a microscope. Just show them the way forward. What is there for you in your future? Don't analyze in detail of what did they do today, what did they do yesterday. This way, you can really contribute as a good mentor and also can be a very good prodigy by learning from your mentor. And this is what I learned by becoming a prodigy as well as a mentor in Toastmasters. Over to you.
Excellent explanation of mentor and mentee. Thank you, sir. Now we'll move on to the third speech. The speaker is from my favorite city, Coimbatore. He is Toastmaster since 2009. He likes to be on center stage and make people happy. He has special concern for Toastmasters. Do you know why? Always during his meeting, he will start, "How are you all doing?" And he always motivates Toastmasters to take up roles using easy speak. He is one of my motivators. So I welcome Toastmaster Saravanan for his speech. Before that, I like to call upon Toastmaster Venkataseshan to read out the objectives of his speech. Toastmaster Venkataseshan.
I was worried DTM Guru might have done this. He didn't. Hello everyone. Toastmaster Saravanan will be delivering his level 5 project 1 under his pathway presentation mastery. The project is preparing to speak professionally. The objective of the project is to prepare, developing and presenting practice and present a longer speech. The duration of speech is 18 to 22 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster Saravanan.
Now I welcome Toastmaster Saravanan. Topic is for your eyes only. Sharing your memory from Doodh Mein Pani to Chutta. It made us laugh and brought out our tears. Nice. Next is timer. I want to know the qualified speakers. All are qualified. Okay, then can we do the voting for the speakers, best speakers? We'll take 10 seconds to vote for this best speaker. I'll read out the names. Speaker 1, Toastmaster Raghunath Nair. Speaker 2, DTM Guruprasad. Speaker 3, Toastmaster Saravanan. Now we'll move on to the most interesting session of the meeting, table topic session. To conduct the table topic session, I will like to call a person with always with a smile, very much involved himself in Toastmaster. The new thing which he is trying to do is to write project proposal with ChatGPT, the new artificial intelligence. Let us welcome the star of December 2022, Toastmaster Rangarajan. Today is also his birthday. Let us wish him a happy birthday and a welcome.
Thank you. Fantastic. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you all doing today? This is a cause for jubilation in the sense that we have festivities coming up within the next 2 or 3 days. I hope all of you have a good time. So, to introduce to you about the table topics is an impromptu session where you have to think on your feet and give responses based on the questions that I'm going to be asking you all. The questions are going to be simple and the answers will have to be from 1 to 2 minutes. The timer will show the green card at 1 minute and at 1.5 minutes she will show the amber card and at 2 minutes she will show the red card till the speaker finishes the topic. So I have a bunch of questions here which I'm going to I'm going to say the question first and then invite the person. My first question is, what are the benefits of traveling and experiencing different cultures? For this, I would like to request our friend Sohail.
Thank you so much for the topic. The benefits of traveling. Usually when I travel, which excites me a lot is, we pack the things. Even now, when I travel, 1 week back I used to pack my things and my mother used to say, why are you packing so much early? We have some time. No, that's excitement that starts. When we are excited, things surrounded by us will be exciting. And the most important thing after packing up the travel which we do in a train, bus or whatever mode of transport it is, that's a different experience because we have to meet new people. We used to speak with different people. We get more information, we gather more information from them. And once we reach to that specific destination, that is where it is much more exciting because when we travel to a specific place, we have something in our mind. Recently I traveled to Mona. I was having that Mona will be like this. It will be having this sort of views. After stepping there, and if you are traveling for the first time, the first travel or the first experience is something always great. So when we step down to that place and we see that, okay, it matches our experience, our excitement, or it is much more than what we thought, or it is much less than what we thought, that should be fun. More importantly, when it comes to travel or vacation is, we step out of our day-to-day activities, we go into a different zone where we can refresh ourselves and where we boost up and come back and charge again to our day-to-day life, which acts as a success factor and which gives us more enthusiasm.
Thank you very much, TM Sohail. My next question is the importance of teamwork and collaboration. I would like to invite Toastmaster Renu to speak.
Thank you, TT Master, Toastmaster Rangarajan. Teamwork and collaboration. I think this works everywhere, no matter where you are. It works primarily in the family because in the family we have 4 people. In fact, I should say we have 6. That's my husband, me, my 2 daughters, and we have a dog and a cat. And yes, they do bring a lot of unconditional love and happiness into our lives. So the teamwork starts in my house with the morning routine. Both my husband and I, we cook. So he'll make something, then I will make something. My daughters, when they are up, they also contribute. And this really works for all of us because it reduces the amount of work that each one does. So whether it is when there's no maid and we all share the duties, then it's very good teamwork because it means that less impact on one person. And of course, in any organization, in any place, it's important for teamwork because that's the only thing that really works. Because we're all watching out for each other, we're all looking out for each other, and we're helping each other. Where one is lacking in something, the other is filling the gap. So today I'm very happy to say that I'm a part of the executive committee. So this is the first time I'm taking it up, and I am really looking forward to contributing my best. And thank you very much.
My next question is going to be about Pongal. I'd like to address it to a guest, Gomati. No, just a question to you. You can answer from there. Is it okay? Yeah. You have lived in a village when you were young?
Pardon me?
You have lived in a village?
No,
Okay.
I have not lived. I have lived in a small town.
Small town. Yeah. I would like you to recollect about the Pongal celebrations in the small town when you were young.
Yes. See, we always looked forward to the celebration of Pongal. And we had a sugarcane field just in front of our house. So we used to watch the farmers cutting the sugarcane and bringing it in bundles. And it all in those days, it will be only red sugarcanes. And we will go to the shop farmer and ask, please. No, you will bring money. And he said, we are school girls, how can we give? You ask your mother. My mother won't give. What to do? We have to somehow steal. So we used to steal one anna, 2 annas of those, and then give it. For 1 anna, we used to have two cakes. How to eat it? There was not many people to eat. So you just keep one and we will take one home. And that was the cake which was used for puja. So I told me, won't Amma. So we stole 1 anna. And so it's all right. Anyway, I wanted to buy. Doesn't matter. You get just. That was one of the memorable, as I remember, Mr. Saravanan's memory. Very sweet memories I have. And I remember that.
Thank you so much. So my next topic is the influence of advertising in consumer behavior. We have seen many of these. Okay, I would like to address this question to Toastmaster Dharan. The influence of advertising in consumer behavior.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Advertising is very important for any business because that's how you deliver the message, what you are doing inside the business. And customer behavior is, for an example, we as an entrepreneur, we always look for customer persona. So customer persona means what the customer really requires, and are we delivering that particular product to the customer in the best way possible. So for an example, if you are looking for English development or leadership skill, so Toastmasters, we have to advertise like this is the platform where you can learn your English and you can implement in your daily life, where it will develop your personal and professional communication as well. So that is how the advertisement happens. Customer behavior is totally different, because when we do digital marketing, when we select that customer behavior, it will be goes on 1,000 behavior, because everybody looks for different models. So it's very difficult to find out, but then we have to find out our own niche. What is my strength and what kind of behavior I'm going to connect, so that I can deliver better, because we cannot connect with all the behaviors and we cannot deliver all the things. We have to find out the strength and we have to find out the niche. We have to connect and we have to advertise where we can be the hero for them, and our business will go to the next level. Over to you.
So I'm going to, this is the next question. How has social media changed the way we communicate? I would like to address this to guest Sriram.
Can you repeat, sir?
Yeah. How has social media changed the way we communicate?
Social media communication. Like easy delivery to everyone. So information. So nowadays. So very easily getting the information. Yeah, we gain lot of things. So what we need, so we searching, and like everything development, like I'm learning more from YouTube. So I want idea. Like,
What is your experience with social media?
social media, my experience is like I posting some things and my status showing, so my friends. So I like memories. So maybe sometimes I am recollecting, and sometimes I am alone in the home, so I am watching my memories like Facebook, like my gallery. So these things I am gathering. So that's.
So the next topic is the benefits of education. I would like to invite guest Kausalya.
Happy birthday, sir. Good evening, everybody. The question is benefits
The
of
benefits
education.
of education.
Education is important for everybody, I guess. It gives you the confidence to face the world. I grew up in Tamil Nadu. I didn't learn Hindi, but after marriage, when I went to Bombay, I struggled to communicate with people. Though I was in IT, they were speaking mostly in Hindi. So I didn't have any Tamil friends there. So I was forced to learn Hindi. And after learning Hindi, I stopped speaking in English. That's why I've come here, I think. So learning and keeping up is very important. So educate yourself. That will give you confidence in life. Nowadays, people are talking about girls' education. In my mother's time, like in the previous generation, boys were given more importance to educate. Like they can go to college, they can go to they can do post graduation. But my mom was told to marry young. And when she was in her 40s, she thought that she should do her MA Tamil Literature. She did BA Tamil Literature and she left halfway. Then she thought that she should do MA Literature, and at 40, she did her MA Tamil Literature. And that improved her in her career, I can say. She was a teacher, and that improved her in her career, and she earned well. I don't know what else to say. So education is very important to all of us. Thank you.
So the final question for today is, on weekends, do you prefer going out to eat or do you like to order in? where do you go to relax? That question is addressed to guest Pushparaj. On weekends, do you prefer going out to eat or staying in, ordering in, or where do you go out to relax?
Okay, on weekends, how do I spend my weekends? Right?
Not
Or
necessarily, yeah.
okay. Thank you, Table Topics Master. Okay, and thank you, Toastmasters. So it's a mix of all these things. Sometimes, like we order from home. It all depends on if it is raining. Obviously, we can't go out, and our children prefer to order from Swiggy and Zomato and things like that. So they have lots of menus. The trouble is picking items from those things. So there are so many things, and they always go for new ones. So they want to taste everything, and if they order in Swiggy, it's obviously it's jubilation at home, So people are I have my friends who order from home and they go out. Sometimes we go out to, because I stay in Velachery and Phoenix is very near my house. So we often go there to watch movies, have games and play games, and also eat out there. And we have lots of dishes there, there is a food court there on the 3rd floor, and it's fun. Obviously, it's sometimes we go out to Mahabalipuram, Marina Beach, and wherever. It's a mix of all these things, I should say. It's not one thing only, so it's beautiful actually. Weekends sometimes I have to work also on weekends, so that's also the thing. So I'm not able. Actually, today my son wanted to come and play with him in the ground, which is near my house, but unfortunately, I wanted to come here and see what's happening, and that's a nice thing. Thank you, teacher. Thank you.
With this, I come to the end of the TD session. Back to you. Yeah. I would request you to cast your vote for the best TT speaker. Yeah.
All of them qualified. So what a jubilated session we had now. Since all are qualified, we'll move on to the next one.
Please read out the names.
Timer, can you please read out the names of the qualified TT speakers?
Toastmaster Suhay, Toastmaster Renu, guest Gomadi, TM Rangarajan, guest Sriram, guest Kausalya, guest Pushparaj.
Thank you.
Pushparaj.
Yeah, Pushparaj.
Okay, we were discussing about extreme happiness, that is Uvagai. When can we experience extreme happiness? When we have the feeling of gratitude. Gratitude improves our own mental and physical well-being. Overall, it improves the health of the individual. Similar to Thanksgiving Day, we are celebrating Matu Pongal on the 3rd day of Pongal to show our gratitude towards the animals, which helps the farmers. The cattle were bathed, decorated with garlands and colors, and puja were done for them to show their gratitude. As Medleyans, we feel gratitude for the experience which we are getting during each meeting. So don't you think every meeting we are celebrating Pongal? Always I feel gratitude towards the Medley family for the opportunity, support and guidance which I get from the members. In Medley, we share and care among ourselves. This sharing and caring attitude in the people brings a positive physical and mental health in the individual. With the same concept, last day of Pongal, which is called Kanum Pongal, is celebrated. If we understand and follow the concept behind Pongal, then that is called heartful living. So what is heartful living? We'll discuss in detail after the evaluation session. To conduct the evaluation session, I welcome back our General Evaluator, Toastmaster Dinakaran. Welcome.
Thank you, TMOD. I'm back again. We heard about 3 different speeches. We heard about Alchemist, we heard about Mentor and Mentees, we heard about memories. So now it's time to hear from our evaluators on the constructive feedback for the speeches. To evaluate Toastmaster Raghunath Nair's speech, I request Toastmaster Prasanna Vani to come and take over. To introduce Toastmaster Prasanna Vani, we were in the OTP meeting, training meeting the last week, and we were all discussing, and we are also looking at that. Anything and everything about Medley, we can put Prasanna Vani's name in the flyers and her number. So that's the way she contributes to Medley to take it to the next level. When I asked about the memories about Pongal, she enjoys going back to our in-laws' place for every Pongal and then spend time with the family. It helps to understand the hard work and effort put by the farmer, and also it gives the discipline about not wasting the food and everything. So over to Toastmaster Prasanna Vani.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Dinakaran. Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and guests. How many of you drive a car? Thank you. The car you drive says a lot about us, isn't it? The way we drive a car is an expression of our innermost feelings. The same it is with vocal variety and body language when it comes to making a speech a great experience. In this speech, Toastmaster Raghunath Nair took us for a ride in his car, which symbolizes vocal variety and body language. Sitting at the passenger seat, I felt jubilated to be a part of this ride. Just like we need 4 tires to be aligned well for a smooth ride and for great ride experience, so does 4 factors play a role with respect to body language, gestures and vocal variety. I will deal with it one by one. With respect to body language, Toastmaster Raghunath Nair was positioned well. There was no confusion with respect to the visualization of the PowerPoint or any other disturbance. He had this position well, and he showed confidence in the way in his stance, and his posture commanded respect. He moved about the stage fluently with a minute bit of hesitancy was there. With respect to the gestures, the speech, congratulations on choosing a topic which had a lot of scope for great gestures. When he started with a question that aroused some curiosity, people are wondering where is the sound coming from. A use of prompting gesture like lifting up the hand will help the audience in realizing the question also. And you demonstrated suggestive gestures and descriptive gestures when you explained about the various scenes, like how the dog was roaming around and how it helped you walk a few steps. So those gestures were demonstrated well. There was a lot of scope for emphatic gestures, like when you said focus, really important. Those could have been exaggerated for us to understand the point better. With regards to vocal variety, your tone revealed your jubilation when you shared your fond memories. With respect to the pitch, pace and volume, it was like cruising in a national highway. Adding a bit of acceleration and brakes could have made this ride more engaging. To summarize, it was a pleasant cruise with a car which showed confidence and a car of solid build with sophisticated features like appropriate gestures. A few improvements with respect to the gear change or the brakes would make it the best car in segment. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prasanna Vani, for this constructive inputs to Toastmaster Raghunath Nair. Our next evaluator is DTM Thomas. DTM Thomas doesn't need any introduction. He's a very good orator, photographer, speaker. More than that, he's one of the strong filler for Medley. When I asked about Pongal remembrance, he said that it is time to sit back and also think about the non-human beings, like the universe or the nature, how it helps and supports for our day-to-day life. Over to DTM Thomas to evaluate DTM Guru's speech.
Thank you very much, Ji. Good afternoon, all my dear friends and Toastmaster Guruprasad. Photographer. Guruprasad turned photographer. I got worried. 2 into 2 plus 3 into 2. That to me was a summary of DTM Guruprasad's speech. Grid after grid. First of all, mentor and mentee in office situation and in Toastmaster situation, the typical quartet. That was his main story. Then he moved into the summarization of that. Again, another grid comes. 3 metaphors, the no and the right one. 3 metaphors, 3 into 2. The beauty about these metaphors in pairs is, it's like saying between this tile and between this tile. 3 dimensions, each of them, telescope versus microscope, referee versus, each of them, you are clarifying what your topic was. Very mathematically done. So it's, you went beyond petrol, your original thing, you are very much into IT. I could see the attitude you took to this. 3 small thoughts. One, maybe we should say, my mentor, mentee and me. We normally say, you and I. Minor point. Secondly, metaphor, you were rushed because you only had a minute to talk about the metaphor. To me, that was the essence. So, by maybe cutting out the mentee part into 2 parts, more time for the metaphor, that would have told the entire story. There's nothing more left to it. It's so wholesome. So that's my second recommendation. Third one, minor viewpoint, which is, you said telescope is the thing, it shows the way. I agree. How about microscope? If the mentor doesn't show the defects that I cannot see on myself, if I don't use that microscope, I will never learn. I can't tell my wife, she wouldn't give me the comment. Here nobody gives the comment. So to me, mentor's role in finding the fault, as it were, that's the most sacrificial, the most selfless thing that, nobody likes defects. So that alone is a little problem I had when we use that metaphor. But then metaphors, being so straitjacket, have their limitations and sacrifices and compromises. Understandable. So all in all, let me say, you presented a mosaic of how mentor-mentee react in a quartet of 4, and you substantiated that, in my view, brilliantly with that pairing that very clearly shows the cube that you're talking about. My take on it. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for wonderfully calling out all critical aspects of the speech. Our next evaluator is Toastmaster Venkataseshan. To introduce Venkataseshan, one thing I have noticed is that he is one of the very rare person, I would say, who goes to bed before 10 p.m. in the night and gets up exactly like before 5 a.m. in the morning. So that's one thing I am trying to learn from him. And talking about Pongal experience, he likes the days that he has celebrated Pongal in his own native place in village. Every Pongal they have Jallikattu in his place, and the first college that they use it for Jallikattu is from his house. So that's something that he want to call out and remember on those days. Over to Toastmaster Venkataseshan to evaluate Toastmaster.
A public speech gets a top notch if the speaker adds his own credibility and experience in that speech. Toastmaster Saravanan has given us that kind of credibility in the speech by using his own life experience and memories. So you scored the first goal with your credibility and experience. And next comes the expertise. I heard your speeches on being healthy, fire, financial independence and retire early. This is the third speech on memories, how to carry memories forward, how to keep memories forever. So with this, you have shown your expertise in the area of remaining healthy and happily, live in jubilation forever. So with this, you scored the second goal. Strong message. You started with a very strong message about Senthil's collapse and demise, and you took us forward with your own experiences. There comes with a strong message, your third goal. Connection with the audience. You, from the starting of the speech, since it is a long speech, it is very difficult to keep the audience engaged throughout. And the flow that you had by asking the audience themselves which part of your memory you want to share. So you engaged the audience all through your speeches, and this is your fourth goal. Marketing yourself as a professional speaker is one of the very important aspects as per his project objectives and also as a professional speaker. And with your anecdote, tears dry, smiles fade away, but memories live forever. So this we will take away and will live with us for a long time. So with this you scored your fourth goal. Vocal variety is one area which I saw that you could have done some improvement. Though you used vocal variety, you moved across and you emphasized on some emotions. Sometimes I felt like it is becoming monotonous. It may be because of the way you traveled us through the memories. Most of them are more humorous. You could have added some other emotions in your memories part which you took us through. That is one area. And the last one is closure of your speech. The entire speech was completely entertaining to all the audience. I think the timer had shown up the red card or something, so you had to quickly wind up your speech. The way you started with a strong opening message and the entire body, the closure could have been much more stronger, which will give more emphasis on your speech closure. So these are the two goals which I score as your evaluator. With overall 4-2, you won this evaluation or your speech. Overall, you have already become an allied professional speaker with all these abilities. Wish you a grand success and super memories ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Venkataseshan. Timer, could you call out the qualified evaluators for voting?
All the evaluators.
Toastmaster Prasanna Vani, DTM Thomas, and Toastmaster Venkataseshan. You can cast or vote the QR code that has been given. While we do this, we will move on with the tag report. Timer, would you like to go over the timer's report?
So starting from prepared speeches, TM Raghunath Nair took 6 minutes. DTM Guruprasad took 6 minutes and 18 seconds. TM Saravanan took 21 minutes and 36 seconds. All are qualified speeches. And then coming to table topics, TM Sufil took 1 minute 38 seconds. TM Renu took 1 minute 42 seconds. Guest Comedy took 1 minute 55 seconds. TM Dharan took 1 minute 20 seconds. Guest Sriram took 1 minute 9 seconds. Guest Kausalya took 1 minute 36 seconds. Guest Pushparaj took 1 minute 56 seconds. Coming to the evaluators, TM Prasanna Vani took 2 minutes 35 seconds. DTM Thomas took 3 minutes, exactly 3 minutes. TM Venkataseshan took exactly 3 minutes. Thank you. And timing is very important, and timer's role also. I find that the importance of a timer's role by doing this. So, and this will help us in terms of apart from this kind of session in our business discussions and in our daily life also. A timer's role. Timing your speeches will hold a very important thing. So that's all from my side. Happy Pongal to all of you.
Thank you. Thank you. 2 seconds extra might actually get into the situation where you might not be eligible for the best speakers voting. So yeah, timing is very critical as timer called out. We'll go to the next Counter report. Toastmaster Venkataseshan.
Thank you. As an counter, I have noted clean speech delivered by in prepared speakers Toastmaster Guru. Very good evaluator, clean speech Mentees, and evaluator Toastmaster Prasanna Vani. They have given a clean speech. There is no pauses, no fillers, there is no repetition. Coming back to the report, like Toastmaster Nair gave 1 repetition, Toastmaster Saravanan gave 1 repetition. Especially in table topics, Guest Gomadi delivered a clear speech. There is no repetition, nothing. Other than that, here and there, 1 or 2 so and repetitions are there. I made a note, but Toastmaster Renu, 1 repetition in table topics. Toastmaster Dharan, 1 pass in table topics. Gust Sriram, 1 repetition, 1 so, 1 pass. Gust Kausalya, 1 repetition, 3 so, 1 repetition. Gust Pushparaj, 1 repetition, 1 so. In Dr. Anuradha, 1 repetition, 1 so. Grammarian also given 1 repetition when she started her role, no? And that time only 1 repetition. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. First was Nishana for the Grammarian's report.
Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I have a very long list, so you will have to bear with me. So, Toastmaster of the day, Anuradha has started with the term silence. She has used the word of the day, and she has also used gratitude, sharing and caring, and heartful living. Toastmaster Dinakaran used qualitative and quantitative, consistency and continuous improvement. Toastmaster Raghunath Nair used the word of the day. He has also said Alchemist, breeze the jubilation, civic sense of routine, quest, unconditional love, embrace the present and human. DTM Guruprasad said chocolate master, flair, venture, interest, involvement and initiative. Mentoring is refining, prodigy. Manure not fertilizer, cheerleader but not refugee. Be a telescope but not a microscope. I'll come to Toastmaster Saravanan in the last one. Toastmaster Ranga used the word of the day. Toastmaster Dharan said customer persona and niche. Guest Pushparaj used word of the day. From evaluation side, Toastmaster Prasanna Vani used the word of the day. She has also mentioned visualization, hesitant, curiosity, descriptive gestures, acceleration, brake and gear changes. DTM Thomas has stated 3 dimensions and metaphors, limitations, sacrifices and compromises. And Toastmaster Venkataseshan used the word of the day, top-notch, credibility and experience, monotonous, emphasize and elite speaker. And finally, coming to Toastmaster Saravanan, he has used many words. KT, collapsed, statistic, tragic brain hemorrhage, deeply saddening, financial literacy, digital media, print media, life is beautiful that brings tears, smiles and memories, anger management, specifically don't ever fight with girls, traffic stage, mystery, mystery do happens at any point of time but do wait for opportunities, elated, landmines. I hope I should have used actually the words related to memory as the word of the day because it has traveled throughout the prepared speech, TT speaker and then even by Toastmaster Dinakaran. So yes, tears and smiles can fade away and memories will last forever. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nishana, for the wonderful report. Listening skill is very critical more than the what we deliver, right? So you have demonstrated a very good listening skill. Thank you so much. It's time to vote for tag players, timer, or counter and grammarian. You can vote for the best tag role player. It's time for the GE's report. Before starting the meeting, we had the role players onboarded on time, and both the VPPR and TMOD sent a lot of messages and flyers to create the enthusiasm and interest. Thank you so much. And meeting started on time. The room is set up nicely, and then we had Toastmaster Ranga and Toastmaster Prasanna Vani coming in and helping here for the setting up the room. Thanks to Prasanna Vani and then Toastmaster Ranga. And we see that he's introduced new things into these meetings where we have the QR code and also this attendance and everything. While we do all these new things, we expect that these things to be standardized sooner so that we have the seamless meeting, and then we have the right consistency in executing the meetings is one feedback that will take up and work on it. And very good 3 different topics of speeches and insightful table topics, good evaluations. Yeah, that's the summary of my report. I don't have anything else to call out. With this, I will hand it over to TMOD.
So I was discussing about heartful living. In Medley, we celebrate Bohi by updating ourselves. That's the first day of Pongal. Then we celebrate second day of Pongal by feeling happy after learning new things. Today or you feel happy? Definitely we are happy since we learned many things. And we celebrate Matu Pongal by the feeling of gratitude towards our mentors and fellow Toastmasters. And we celebrate Kanum Pongal by sharing the ideas and the caring by our fellow Toastmasters. So realizing our potential, updating ourselves and putting our 100% effort is called heartful living. That we are doing during every meeting. So let us utilize easy speak to take up roles, usually to assess ourselves by artificial intelligence under the guidance of our mentors for heartful living in Medley. So let us harvest happiness in Toastmaster. Over to the Presidential Officer, Toastmaster Dinakaran. Thank you.
Thank you, TMOD. Let's have a round of applause for all the role players and contributors for the wonderful meeting. Let's make sure we vote for all the best role player for the day, like TMOD Toastmaster Anuradha, GE Toastmaster Dinakaran, and TT Master Toastmaster Ranka.
Sir, your feedback on the theme and about TMOD?
Yeah. Okay. I think we have voted for the role players for the day. There is a surprise here. We have a surprise session for the day, and I would request the surprise person to take over the proceedings of the meeting.
Thank you. There was much jubilation yesterday evening around 3:30. I received a WhatsApp call when I was attending a client's call. Sir, you have to do both roles tomorrow. Say yes or no. I said only one word, yes. Timer, please note the maximum time limit is 45. 45 to 55 seconds, not minutes. I wrote some idioms and phrases in this lot. Randomly, I'll call the speaker. As per these idioms and phrases, in some other chits, they have to mono act also about the person's identification. First, I would like to call DTM Guru.
What am I supposed to do? Sorry, I was busy capturing you.
Yeah, no, there is idioms are there. Just read it and you have to do. Time is 45 seconds. Maximum.
Okay. What should I do with this?
It's a gunshot.
I have to enact this.
Act like Mahatma Gandhi.
Oh.
Mono act. You have to do that.
Gunshot means they should not know this.
No,
Oh, it's an open challenge.
Open challenge. All the best.
Mahatma Gandhi.
Stick here, Sachi, sir, you can take this.
Too many clothes for me.
This is there enough for me.
Oh.
And I have the glasses. Unfortunately, I'm not dressed like Raghu.
There is a comment from Thomas.
Too many clothes for me for Gandhi.
I am ready, but it would look Yeah, imagine I'm not wearing this shirt. Just close your, imagine that I'm not wearing this shirt. So this is a khadi. This is also khadi. Imagine both are khadi. And my watch is here. It's very glad to be in the presence of great speakers like you who are going to change our country into the knowledge guru of the world. I feel glad that the reason for which we fought against the British to bring back our own independence is fulfilled by seeing so many of able, talented speakers growing up and growing our nation in the world stage. Hey Ram, all the best to you.
Thank you, Guru. Next is grammarian. Nisha, please come. Your title is Speak of the Devil. Speak of the devil. Like devils.
I have to talk, right?
Devil's advocate role.
What is the topic?
Speak of the devil. So, speak of the devil, I got included as part of this meeting and I have been given this topic today. So, yes, one of the series that I have watched in Netflix with respect to the devil story is the Lucifer. Not sure how many of you have watched the story, but it's something which is very interesting and different from the normal ones, where the devil comes to the world and then lives here along with the normal population, and then goes further with respect to leading like a human life, and then what happens at the end of the story is the devil. So here I am representing Lucifer for today, even though we are going to celebrate Pongal tomorrow. So yes, that's about it.
Next is DTM Thomas.
Yes, sir.
Open it.
3.
See eye to eye.
Sorry?
See eye to eye. You should talk about the TMs. See eye to eye. Why you are more right?
Am I supposed to speak about it?
Yeah.
Am I supposed to show it? Okay. To see eye to eye, it all depends whose eyes are seeing each other. When you don't agree with somebody, you say you don't agree. So, that's one way of looking at it. But see to eye reminds me of one incident that happened in down south. I forget the name of that temple, where this palmistry, not palmistry, the Vaideshwaran Koil, thank you very much. There I went, and my beliefs in these matters are not well known, but known to me well. And we started talking, so it was actually, what shall I say? When is the time up? Tell me. Okay. Okay. So anyway, the point is, we locked our eyes. We were playing a cat and mouse game. I didn't believe in it, but he couldn't accept that. He said, "What's your father's name?" And he starting with K. K. My father's name starts on A. He lost that. Then he said, "Your father is how old? 60, 65, 70, 71? My father was 96 years old. So in every way, but I kept looking at him, and finally he said, "Your leaf is not here. We'll meet some other time." Thank you.
Thank you. Next is Gust. You can come. Sheila. No, you can come.
Yeah.
His time will come.
Juice. The idiom is the best of both worlds.
Both worlds.
Words. W-O or D-S?
O or LDS, right?
No. D-S. W-O or D-S?
Words or words?
Both words. Like positive and negative.
Okay. I guess it's words. Okay. So what I understand from this topic is like, so we have good times as well as bad times in our life. So when I get a promotion or when I get success in my life, see, I think very high of myself and I don't care about others. lose myself in it. And I think I've done everything. But when I fail in something, then I'm very depressed and I'm not able to manage my life. There should be some balance in both these things. That's what I just want to convey. So these things come only from experience after repeated failures and successes. So we have all these things in our life, and we should be able to maintain balance and lead a balanced life. Thank you very much.
Ma'am, please come. Take it. Yeah. Once in a blue moon. Your idiom is once in a blue moon.
Usually after marriage, after at least 5 to 10 years of marriage, you forget to give gifts to your spouses or to your friends, you can say. But I just recently crossed my 25th wedding anniversary, and my husband never gave any gifts throughout the marriage. But on the 25th marriage day, it was 27th April, night 12 o'clock, he gave me anklets which I don't wear, but he likes it and I got it. So it was a once in a blue moon kind of thing he did, but it made me happy.
Yeah, my last speaker is timer. Please come.
Who will be the timer for you?
No, this is a separate session. There is no time. Pick anyone. A piece of cake. Your idiom is a piece of cake. Like you should form a sentence or story like a piece of cake. Like once in a blue moon, wow, she was using it.
Can I choose something else?
Second one you want to choose. Act like superstar.
Piece of another cake. Acting.
Act, Guru. Act like the superstar Rajni.
Acting only. Acting like
You want to?
These are everything which I know.
Talk about superstar Rajni.
Yeah. Rajini sir, one thing which I amazed about Rajini sir is that when I'm looking at his dancing skills, he doesn't do much of a dancing steps and all. His hand actually makes all the magic. He uses hands only. With that, actually, he creates the magic of dancing, and that's a very nice to watch him moving his hands and make all the vibrations. And he is a superstar. I don't need to talk much about him. So that's it.
With this, I'll wrap up.
There is one left, right? There's still one sheet left.
Piece of cake.
Piece of cake. You please give.
Piece of cake for me is Toastmasters.
Wow.
Because every Saturday, I would like to attend Toastmasters, especially table topics. I like surprise session also. A lot of creative things will come. Yesterday we had a discussion. They said that artificial intelligence is going to rule the world in my office. I said that, but vice versa. Artificial intelligence will kill the thinking power also. Thinking power of the human being. The brain is more powerful for me, for you, for everyone in this club, in this world. We should use it. I told them, artificial intelligence also need human being for thinking purpose. You can think 10 different ways. Which one is suitable for our work? And there was a healthy discussion. Patent drafting, you can do it. I said that you can do the patent drafting, but with a lot of corrections you need. Only man should correct the claims. Intelligence will not computer will not correct claims and other things. With this, I end this my session. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Venkataseshan, for this wonderful presentation. Hope we all enjoyed all these proceedings for the meeting. Let's have another round of applause. Any guests would like to give some feedback? Need to come forward. Toastmaster Kausalya.
Yes.
We'll come. Yeah. Sorry, yes, Kausalya.
Thank you, sir. This is my second session and I'm learning a lot from here. Last time for the TP I spoke only 31 seconds. But I think this time I spoke one minute 30 seconds something. So I'm improving. I hope if I continue I will improve more. And thank you all. Happy Bholi.
I really enjoyed your two speeches, speech about the education and also this once in a blue moon, so it was very nice. Now you want to give some inputs?
Today it is a very, very interesting meeting because the topics, main topics, like unconditional love and memory, it really inspires people and you can learn a lot from today's meeting, especially, is a very great meeting. That is my.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Sriram, would you like to come?
Thanks to everyone for giving this opportunity. I feel very happy. So I'm learning. So this is first meeting I am attending. So very enthusiasm for me. So I am very fear of people, fear of nervous and everything. So I am really talk about something for in front of you. So I did not do this like before in my life because I am nervous in getting. So I did not talk like public meeting, like public speaking like that. So always fear person, like shyness. So now I am talking freely for in front of you. Like you will give me like hope and strength. So I feel better to speaking. So I want to learn more.
Thank you, wonderful. You keep visiting us, you will continuously improve it. Okay. Any inputs, feedback from members? Okay.
Yeah, sorry, one more.
Yeah, sure.
This polling sheet, I think you better do it in a better way because these small slips.
Okay.
They can be very cumbersome. Or you can give one A4 sheet with all the codes in a single sheet so they can start. Is it possible? No, anyway, they were taken a print and cut it. Yeah. Okay.
We'll look into it.
But it's a good, unique idea. But
yeah. We'll look into it.
Improvise.
Thank you. We'll move on to the awards time. Best diagonal player goes to the start.
Did not expect this.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Best note player goes to Anuradha. Guest speaker, Toastmaster Saravanan.
Sir, with the chocolate. Yes, sir.
You should have one chocolate for every age.
Venkataseshan, like any announcements or any role players that you want to follow?
We have already announced in the group. So we'll be taking up the role players 3 weeks ahead. So I request all the participants, all the members to go and enroll in BCC. Once we reach 3 weeks window, then I will be allocating roles to the members depending upon the age of the performing those roles. So you can reach out to me if you have any challenges in doing that role on that specific day. That's the request, and I request all to volunteer and take the roles so that it will make it more participative meeting.
Thank you, VP. I think we are now come to the end of the meeting.